Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to create a Honeypot token. Technically it's quite easy to do, but I want to emphasize that locking token sales is unethical and in many cases illegal. This video is purely for educational purposes and I do not recommend doing this on a mainnet network. Before we begin, let me briefly explain what a Honeypot token is and how it works. Throughout the video, I will show you how to identify these tokens so you don't fall into their trap. You are probably familiar with the term honeypot. It's essentially a trap. Users who buy honeypot tokens can't sell them anymore and the worthless tokens remain in their wallets while the creator eventually drains the liquidity pool. In this tutorial, I will deploy the token on BNB testnet, but the same method and code can be used on Ethereum and other EVM networks. The general mechanism is simple. The token contract includes a blacklist feature and the creator adds the DEX pool address to the blacklist for receiving tokens. This prevents users from sending tokens to the pool, which means they can't sell them. For example, in the code I prepared, there is a section that blocks the token transfers to the blacklist addresses for everyone except the token creator. Now let's deploy the Honeypot token on the testnet and test it together. If you need the code, join the Telegram channel, link in the description, and send me a message on Telegram so I can share it with you. Let's select the compiler version and click compile. Connect the wallet and deploy the contract. The network is BNB testnet network. The first thing to know when identifying these tokens is that their code is usually not verified. In the Explorer, which I will show shortly, the source code is missing. This is done to make detecting the honeypot harder or slower. Enter the name, symbol, and supply and deploy the contract. Let's open it on bscscan.com. This is the created token. Here is the code section I mentioned. If it looks like this, it's better not to buy the token at all. Add the token to MetaMask wallet. Next, add liquidity to a DEX pool. I'm using Pancakeswap.finance. I will go to the liquidity section and choose version 2 since the contract is simple and only works with version 2. Let's select the testnet network, paste the contract address, and import the token. I need to connect the creator wallet to the DEX. For testing, I created two wallets. owner and user. Enter the liquidity amount and create the pool. At this point, the token can be bought and sold normally. Just enter an amount and perform the swap. To activate the blacklist, copy the pool contract address and add it to the blacklist in Remix IDE. This prevents user from sending tokens to the pool. Since selling only happens when the user transfers tokens to the pool through the DEX, blocking that transfer means selling becomes impossible. The transaction succeeded and is visible in the logs section. Open the user wallet and connect it to the DEX. Because liquidity is low, I need to increase the slippage. It doesn't accept 50%, so I set it to 20%. Let's buy some tokens. And the transaction succeeds. Now let's try to sell. The approved transaction succeeds, but the final swap transaction fails. The error suggests increasing slippage, but that's not the real issue. The token has an active blacklist. Even with higher slippage, the same error appears. Another way to detect honeypot tokens is by checking their transaction history. If the token has many buy transactions but no sells or very few, and there is a big imbalance between the two, it may be a honeypot. Now I'm going to test a direct transfer from the user wallet to the blacklisted address to show that this also fails, confirming the blacklist is working. Unfortunately, the token doesn't show up in MetaMask. That may be a network issue or just because it's a testnet network. No problem, I will test it through Remix. In the function section, select transfer, connect the user wallet. Enter the destination address and the amount. And confirm the transaction. As you can see, it fails. But if I enter another address, such as the creator's address, the transfer succeeds. There is another method to detect Honeypot tokens using a bundled transaction. There are services that provide bundled transactions. They send both buy and sell transactions together in a single bundle. If both transactions don't naturally succeed, neither of them gets confirmed. So if the sell fails, the buy also fails. I will make a separate video about this in the future, if this video gets good engagement, of course. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to the BNB channel and comment any question you may have.